I've picked up a lot, and I do mean a lot of stuff recently. Because I went to Kansas City, picked up several movies there, went to the mall, picked up several movies, some CDs, some Funko Pops. So today I'm going to share my recent pickups. Probably going to title this video something like Mall Pickups, April 2025, something along those lines. I'll figure it out there. But I mean, I love doing these videos, some of the best videos that I have the most fun making, just talking about some recent physical media pickup. That's what we're going to do today. Before I dive right in, tell me down below in the comment section. What are some 4Ks, Blu-rays, DVDs even that you picked up recently? 4K CDs. We're going to talk about some CDs here in this video. And before I dive right in sharing my stuff, please, while you're down there, if you would go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It's completely free, and I'd really appreciate it if you guys did. And hit the like button, hit the bell so you don't miss another video, and all that jazz down there. Let's do the Funko Pop first, because I just got one Funko Pop. Oop, dropped it there. Funko Pop, I got Kraven the Hunter from the game Spider-Man 2. Not as good as the first Spider-Man game. The first Spider-Man game is a 10 out of 10, but this game, thought it took a while to get started, but once it did get started, I liked it. I really had fun with it, and Kraven was just such a cool villain. It had this screen presence, same as Venom in the game. So I saw him. He was only like $11 at Hot Topic. Had to pick him up. Alright, that's it for the Funko Pops. Now we're going to share some CDs. Now, I did pick up Day 2 Remember's newest album, big ol' album, but it's in my car right now because I was listening to it in my car. So, there's that. I do have that to add here. And then, like, the place I go, it's called Joe's Records inside the mall. They have $3.99 albums. And, like, the cases don't look too good, but the CDs look good as new. And there's some great titles here. So, the first one we got Avenged Sevenfold name album. And you see that this looks perfectly. They're just kind of missing the back here. But that doesn't matter. This is the best Avenged Sevenfold album. I'm a huge Avenged Sevenfold guy. I have their Nightmare album. I have this album. They're two best albums. I own them. Had to pick this one up, especially because it was only like $3.99. Yeah, exactly. $3.99. So I love that album. And then I have every single one of I Prevail's albums. I have True Power, and then I have the this right here, the vinyl of Trauma. So I have that. But I absolutely love I Prevail. I think they're a great band, and when I saw that they have them for $3.99, had to pick up their two earliest albums, Lifelines, and I don't remember what this one's called, to be completely honest. So have these two. By far their weakest albums, but there's still some really, really good songs in there. Now let's dive into some 4Ks, Blu-rays that I have picked up. The first one was several weeks ago. I went with my best friend to the mall, and that's when I got the Trauma vinyl there. I also went to V-Stock, and I found these two movies on 4K. I was trying not to buy anything, but saw these two movies on 4K, and I said, you only live once, right? First one, The Nice Guys. And if you see me swatting around, for some reason there's a gnat in my room. So, just so you guys know, if you guys see me swatting around, The Nice Guys on 4K. I've heard fantastic things about this movie. Ryan Gosling, Russell Crowe. Looks hilarious. Seen some clips. Laugh out loud at the clips. Love the two leads. Looks like it'll be a great time. And a lot of people are saying, oh yeah, we need sequel to this one. And when I get around to watch it, like I haven't even opened the movie yet, so I haven't watched it. But this is a movie that's been on my radar for a while. And if I watch it and I want a sequel to it, I'll be really mad that we don't have a sequel to it if I really like it. And from everything I've seen, there's going to be a movie I do really like. Next up. On the same day, I bought the 4K of Zodiac with Mark Ruffalo, Jake Gyllenhaal, Robert Downey Jr. This is a David Fincher movie. I said the same thing in my last mall haul I did on this channel. I'm going to try to watch all of Fincher's movies eventually. Fincher, I've seen several of his movies, and I really liked all of the movies that I've seen of his. And so, Zodiac, another one I have to watch. It's a serial killer movie. He did Seven. He did this. I love serial killer movies. Most likely, I'll really like it. It's first time on 4K. Obviously, had to pick it up because, I mean, it's on 4K, and it's a movie I really want to see. And then, while in Kansas City for my brother's bowling tournament, we went into this thrift store that normally when I go into a thrift store, they only have like DVDs and very few Blu-rays. No, this one had a whole section of Blu-rays, and it's not like old Blu-rays that like movies no one's ever heard of. They had some great titles here too, so I had to pick up quite a few. Three, not quite a few. Oh, I'm missing one in my stack here. I picked up the Meg as well. I think it's might be somewhere over here. I had the bag sitting right there. So I picked up the Meg as well. I guess I'm not going to feature in this video. But first one I picked up, Doctor Strange. Slowly collecting all of the MCU movies on physical media. I have Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness on 4K. I absolutely love that movie. This one I think is just fine. I like the movie. I think it's good. But like, it's got a lot of great visuals because that's what Scott Derrickson can do really well. But the story, like, it kind of lacks a little bit. The story is nowhere near as strong as other MCU films. I believe this is, following, I think, was Christopher Nolan's first movie. But there's Memento, movie that's been on my radar for a while because I've heard so many people talk about the movie. So, picked it up. Gonna eventually have to watch it. Especially because Nolan's another director. I've seen so many of his movies, but I haven't seen all of them. And this is one of them that I haven't seen. So really interested in checking out Memento. Also, both of these, only $4. $4, they're good as new. Really good pickups here. And then the third movie that I picked up, I also picked up the Meg. And like I said, I don't know where the Meg is at. Let's talk about the Meg for just a second. I'm not the biggest fan of the Meg movie, but like I've been craving like a creature feature, so it'll probably be a movie I watch eventually. Talk about the Meg over. A $4 4K is awesome. I don't like Star Wars whatsoever. The two Star Wars movies I like are Revenge of the Sith and The Last Jedi. Saw The Last Jedi on 4K, had to pick it up. I think it's one of the only Star Wars movies that can do something interesting and new with Star Wars, which is, in general, I find a very boring concept. Now, to be completely fair, I watched them all when I was 14. Maybe I'll like them a little bit more now. But because a lot of people who love it watched it when they were kids, I was just kind of bored by them all. This was one that I had a freaking blast with. I really, really like The Last Jedi. I mean, it's directed by Rian Johnson, I believe. Yeah, directed by Rian Johnson, it says on the back. He's a great director. He brings so much style to this movie. It is the most hated one of these all. Then we also ran into Walmart to pick up some like Kansas City gear. Obviously, as we're in Kansas City, every time I go to a place, I get some of their team's gear. When I was in Florida, I got a bunch of Gator gear. Obviously, because I'm a Florida Gator fan, but also because that's just what I do. I have several St. Louis Cardinals gear because I live close by St. Louis. So when we were in Kansas City, picked up a Kansas City Royals hat, Kansas City Royals shirt, just so I had some Royals gear proof that I went there. But I also picked up two new releases that I've been meaning to pick up recently. First one being Love Hurts. Got a review of this on the channel, went to a press screening of it, saw it, loved it. Had to pick it up. There's not very many movies that I had an absolute great time with this movie. I was not looking forward to it whatsoever. I thought it looked stupid. I didn't think it would be any good. And I saw the movie. It's only an hour and 20 minutes, so it never rushes. It doesn't really rush anything, in my opinion, but it never feels like we were sitting there forever. The action sequences were really cool and really brutal, and it was just a very fun, romantic watch. Now, I don't think the romance was all that strong, but besides that, I just had a freaking fun time with this movie. Really fun time with this movie. Had to pick it up on Blu-ray because who knows, maybe I want to watch an hour and 20-something minute action movie because I really did enjoy that movie. And then the one I've been meaning to pick up for a while, Gladiator 2 on 4K. I loved Gladiator 2. I think it's just on par with the original. If not, I might even like it better. I don't know if I like it better or if I like the original better. Gladiator 2, really good. I think it adds a little bit more to like the style and the story. I think there's more layers to the story than there was in the original movie. The set pieces were definitely better than the first one. Really cool. I love Paul Mescal in this movie. Pedro Pascal in this movie. Both incredible. Denzel Washington, amazing in the movie. I saw it in the theater twice. I had a fantastic time each time. Had to pick up Gladiator 2 on 4K. And then this was from my recent mall haul. These next movies that I'm going to show you before I end the video. The last movies that I picked up were from my most recent mall haul. The Blu-ray I picked up from V-Stock. Well, actually I picked up two Blu-rays, but one's a steelbook. The Karate Kid. We get a new Karate Kid with... It is going to have Jackie Chan in it. Karate Kid Legends. I saw the new trailer. I thought it was great. And speaking of the new trailer, I'm going to have a live stream, hopefully, on Friday. This video will probably be out before then. Not quite sure, though. I'm going to try to edit it after this. But also, like, quick little rant. I'm going to Tennessee 7 days. So I have, like, 15 videos to film for that. So I can try to edit while I'm in Tennessee as well. Anywho, The Karate Kid. I don't have very many expectations for this one because I know the original is such a classic that I've never seen. But I picked up this one because it's going to be one I have to see. But I think it's like the one out of all I'm the least excited to see because it's going to kind of be repetitive of the original. And I don't know how Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan are going to work as much as Ralph Macchio and the original Sensei. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name right now. It's 11:51 p.m., a little bit late, and I have several more videos to film. So I picked up that so I can watch it before the new one. Then I picked up, the Steelbook, only Blu-ray, unfortunately, of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I've heard terrifying things about this movie. I've actually never seen a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. I've watched like 15 minutes of the original when it first released when I was like 15, and like I live in a Christian household. My mom walked in and was like, you're not watching that movie, Zach. That's too bad for you. I'm like, I'm 15, Mom, but you know, looking back on it, I'm kind of glad I wasn't like raised up on all of these movies, but like now I'm at a time where I can love the movies. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, one that I had to pick up because it's a really cool steelbook. It's a newer steelbook that recently came out. It says it's a DVD, but it's a Blu-ray disc in there, so there's that. And I'm excited to check it out eventually. Two more on here. The first one, and I picked this one up because we recently lost Val Kilmer. Rest in peace. That's a celebrity death that hit hard. I'm not like the biggest Val Kilmer guy, but like he was Batman and Batman Forever, Top Gun Maverick as Iceman in this movie. It was just kind of a death that just kind of came out of nowhere. No sickness that we knew about or anything, and it just kind of happened. Kind of shocking. Like real late at night, right before bed, I got on Twitter. I was like, I'm going to scroll for a few minutes, and I saw Val Kilmer passed, and that is just, it's devastating. It really was devastating. But I picked up Heat, not only because of Val Kilmer, but because of Michael Mann. Like, it just kind of comes across my timeline, and everyone is talking about it at that point. Like, oh, Heat's such a great movie. Just revisited Heat. Love the movie. I've never seen it. It's not like one I'm going to rush out to watch, like, instantly. It's not one like that, but I figured it was on 4K, $20-something. Picked it up while I had the chance there. So when I am in the mood to watch Heat for the first time, I have it with, as Al Pacino rather, and Robert De Niro. And then, not unfortunately, but it has Val Kilmer after his unfortunate passing. So there's a little bit of that in there that I had to pick up. And then, oh no, we have two more movies that we got to talk about because I forgot. One came in the mail from Amazon a couple days ago. Not this one. Picked this one up at B-Stock. I really like Sam Raimi. Not the biggest fan of the original Evil Dead, but Evil Dead 2 I think is an absolute hoot. I really love that movie. Army of Darkness is okay. I'm not as big on his Spider-Man movies as other people are, but they're good. I really like them, especially Spider-Man 1 and 2. There's no use denying that those movies are great. But picked up Drag Me to Hell. Also, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Really, really like that movie as well. Like I said, the original Doctor Strange that I was talking about earlier. Love it. Love Multiverse of Madness. But Drag Me to Hell on 4K. Looks like it's going to be a wild, wacky movie. It's directed by Sam Raimi. Obviously, very excited to check it out because of that. And it's on 4K. Again, another movie that I saw on 4K and was kind of an impulse buy. Like, ooh, I'm going to be in the mood to watch that eventually. Got to pick it up on 4K while I have the chance. And then the last one. While we were in Kansas City, we went to the Jesse James Museum. And we were in this room where they were playing like this educational movie. And like there's posters on the wall. And I saw the Assassination of Jesse James poster. And I was like, you know what? That's a movie that's been on my radar for a while when I'm in the mood for a good Western. And so my mom went on Amazon, bought it for me because she loves that I show a little bit of interest in history, I guess. Also, it's a movie I was kind of interested in watching, and I picked it up. So Westerns aren't necessarily my favorite genre, but when I get a good Western, it's a great Western. So I had to pick up The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. So that is all I've picked up. Let me know down below what are some recent videos, not videos, Blu-rays, 4Ks, and all that. Stay tuned for several more videos coming up. And with that said, subscribe.